It's a very weird start to my morning. Beefaroni and cookies. Weird as fun though. Somebody had a fire and they set up a couch for it. All right, going in for the peppermint bark first because that's my favorite one. So if I don't end up eating one of them, I think the gingerbread is the one that I wouldn't eat. Today I am not listening to music. I'm actually listening to a book. I recently got into a book club for the first time in my life, but I'm not the kind of person that sits down and reads, so I'm a really slow reader. It's something I'm not good at. I put some practice in when I was younger and I got a little bit better, but it's something I struggle with on the page. So I take the time to listen to books when I can. And usually that's when I'm on the bike or going for a run, or if I'm doing some projects around the house or something like that. So I'm in this book club, and the first week I missed the meeting, which is just ridiculous. But I missed the meeting because my email's broken, or at least it was broken. I fixed it that day. Saw the meeting come up like 2 hours before I got the email. So missed that, but I'm doing the work. I promise, guys, I'm doing the work. I'm listening to the book, and it's not, let's just say, it's not upbeat for a run. Not at all. It's pretty dry. It's about business and stuff like that, and but long, slow run out in the beautiful scenery. Can't say beautiful weather because it's 30 degrees, although I must say I am actually pretty warm, which I mean, I'm getting drenched in sweat now too, so 30 degrees or not, I think I found the clothing that works for this weather. First bite of peppermint bark for the year, and it's a Cliff Bar. I like this one. Hi, buddy. So we are back at Dunkin' Donuts, and we are going to try the ghost pepper donut. Yes, please. Can I have a coffee roll? I'm excited to try that ghost pepper.
I've had ghost pepper chocolate, but never. But actually, Mrs. Murphy, what was it?
Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Dead serious, Dunkin' Donuts ghost pepper.
So what was it like? Glaze? Like what was it like?
So it was like a maple glaze, and then you know the like rock candy type sugar.
Yeah.
That's the ghost pepper. It's like ghost pepper sugar.
Yeah, I love spicy stuff, so you must if you have a ghost pepper donut. You must love spice.
I do like it now. I never used to.
How was it?
It was really good. I was shocked. It was real. Wow. This guy's been following me all the way from East Windsor. That was like 8 miles ago. He hung out with me at Dunkin' Donuts and has been flying with me from pole to pole and tree to tree ever since. That's pretty cool. I've swapped to music, picked up the pace just a little bit. My average was about 8:14 per mile through 18. I'm now at 8:11. Through 19.56. my jacket was drenched and heavy and hot, so I ditched it. And I have approximately 4 miles left. That'll put me at the 23 and a half-ish. We'll see. If I'm closer to 23, I'll leave it. If I'm close to 24, I'll hit the 24. But my goal, my knees were okay, my ankles were okay. Legs are fatigued, they're tired. I've been on them a lot today and in the last week. And this is, the long slow day is always the last day of the 6-day cycle. And so the legs are the most tired. What I am going to attempt to do over the next few miles on my way home is run race pace, which is 7:15 or better. If I notice that I'm doing it well, I will try to push the pace enough to get the 8:11 average mile down to 8 or less for the totality of the run. Those are fun little games I play with myself when I'm feeling okay. Otherwise, if I wasn't, then I would just make it a goal to hang on to the pace that I was previously at, the 8:14, just kind of finish out at the 8:14 to say, hey, ran the whole race nice, or whole run nice and steady. But instead, because I'm feeling good, I have this last little stretch where I can kind of test it. Maybe I only go a mile or 2 running hard and then I'm not really feeling it anymore. I don't have to do it. So the fact that I'm doing it is just gravy. Let's see how it turns out. Got the cherries, some chocolates, the yogurt, and the mocha fudge. Frozen yogurt. A nice little midday treat. I made some French fries. Now, French fries are usually seen as deep fried and super fatty. And there's no doubt about it. You buy French fries from a fast food joint, you deep fry them, they're deep fried, super fatty. But, if you look for a package in the store that's like a straight cut fry, or something of that nature, then and you look for 3 ounces of French fries at 100 calories or less, you'll know you're getting a French fry that's pretty lean. Now here's the secret. You take the frozen French fries, you pour a little bit of chicken stock or beef stock into a bowl, and then you put your seasonings in there. So for these, and you can see these are beautiful. I did Parmesan, garlic, pepper, paprika, and a little bit of sweetener. And on a day like today with 10,000 calories, I should have used regular sugar or some maple syrup or something like that. But I didn't. I grabbed the 0-calorie sweetener because that's my habit. So it'll cost me a few calories. But I get a nice, big, healthy serving of fries without an enormous amount of fat.
Welcome to Taco Bell. How can I help you?
Can I have a Crunchwrap Supreme?
Of course you can.
Just 2. I'm going in for Chipotle. Hard.
And then 2 hard tacos.
Want an Taco Bell Grande?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Any sauces? Oh, wait, here.
Have a bite? Is there bacon in it?
Mm-hmm. That was good, right?
Not as good as I wanted it to be.
Oh, really? So, I was like 14, 15 years old. Had just played a game. I don't remember which sport. I think it might have been baseball. We all went out to Taco Bell for dinner. I got the normal, you know, 2 tacos, some cinnamon twists, and a drink. Yeah, I missed the boat on that one. I probably should have got those. And then I went up for 2 more, and 2 more, and 2 more. And for years I would tell the story of how I got cut off at 12 tacos because my father wouldn't let me buy any more.
Were you hungry or were you just eating to eat?
I was hungry. I was hungry a lot when I was younger. All the time.
The best part about Taco Bell is that the refried beans come out of a shooter can.
I think the meat does too. Let's do a burrito with the carne asada and the steak. Let's do the white rice. No beans. Let's double up the veg though, the peppers and onions. Yes, queso, definitely. Let's do double the fresh salsa and then a thing of medium.
You said double mild and a medium?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then a thing of corn salsa.
Any sour cream?
No, thank you. And then, should I put the cheese on there? Can we even fit it? Look at this thing. Yeah, why not? Go for it. That's gonna be fun to eat. 2.5 pounds. Holy cow. That is 2.5 pounds. And I've got to eat this in the next half an hour so that we can leave for a pizza party. And I've also got to get some work done. I'm gonna try to do those at the same time. Interestingly enough, Chipotle is one of the places that I look for when I'm traveling because I can get vegetables if I want. I can get extra. The meat is usually pretty lean between the chicken and the steak. They've got some good variety in there. You can get some pork when you want. You can add guac. There's all sorts of good stuff. You can do bowls instead of getting the flour tortilla to keep calories down a little bit. And it's just super helpful. Is it low in salt? No. But if you're going out to a restaurant and you're looking for low salt content, you're probably gonna struggle a little bit. Or you'll just be eating salad all the time. So yeah, I sacrifice salt content. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I thought about buying it, but it looks really ugly.
Oh,
Like
so
the
you
old, like the thick.
The meatballs are good.
Bye.
Put it away, put it away.
Can I get that chandelier from my pocket? Phone, this is all I have.
I just realized there's more under the counter. But wait, there's more.
That's like a bad idea.
That is a very bad idea.
Put that perfect amount on it, right?
Okay, so now for cheese, I think. Are
Here, I'm gonna be.
Can't really. You need more sauce?
I love fruit.
There's fruit over there.
Well, I mean, I'm eating it.
Oh, yes. Woo! Yeah. Don't forget. Huh?
Have you checked any pizza? Nope, not mine.
I'm not scared.
Not scared. It should be.
Can I have a paper towel, Jennifer? Mm-hmm. Can you get it for me? I'll take this
Is that a video?
Yeah.
I love it. You want it crispy?
Yeah.
Try to make it crispy.
Sorry.
Hot.
So we lost
Hot. Is that hot?
And not hot.
that last big, the last storm that we had.
I can figure it out.
I use monk fruit. I don't use regular sugar.
I eat all of it. Finish it.
I use monk
I said you're laughing at me right now. She says I look like her at the bottom of a hill on our bikes.
Aaron,
What?
two young ones over here don't know what monk fruit is.
What's that noise? Oh, it's the monk
I don't know why
fruit.
you're asking.
I hit a wall. I'm about, I want to say 8,300. There's 2.5 pieces of my pizza left here. And the pizza gets me to about 8,500 calories. If I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, excuse me if I haven't forgotten anything. I haven't been counting liquid calories, and that is a problem because I decided to put down a full bottle of Prosecco and half of that bottle of peach Bellini mix, and Kelly's been feeding me these all night, which they're actually made out of real fruit, so I'm counting the fruit that's in here. But it's blended fruit and vodka. And I filled up on liquid. So I need that to settle a little bit before I go and finish out about that. But I think I just need things to settle for a little while to back off of that wall.
If you put the salad on the cake, it's healthy.
No, Aaron! No!
It's foundational.
One piece.
So this is cheesecake in the middle?
We're not the right people to ask. You know, the Catholic school paddle.
Oh, yeah, so for the last hour and a half, those 2.5 pieces of pizza are just sitting there. Whew. I am a mess. Because I drank way too many liquids, filled up my stomach, and now I can't fit any food. But I was craving, like chewing on ice. I'm craving water again. So I kind of shelved the pizza, put it, and I've been looking forward to ice cream all day. So I'm damn well gonna get it. Finishing up. I just calculated it all. On our way home from pizza party, we stopped at McDonald's just so I could get an ice cream cone and a milkshake. So the 2.5 pieces of pizza that I didn't want, I deducted those from the total, added these in, decided it just, the pizza, it literally stopped appealing to me. I just didn't want it anymore. And I was eating ice and drinking cold water, ice cold this, ice cold that. Even though they didn't have calories and I knew it might blow the 10,000, I was still doing it anyway because the craving for cold and the craving for liquid was strong enough that I did not want to, I didn't want to mess with it. So I was rolling with it. And normally, you know, if I was home, I would have had some ice cream or made something, but I wasn't. I was at somebody else's house. And that makes that a bit of a challenge, so I waited. And I kept eating ice and drinking more water. But on the way home, we got this, and the cone went down like a dream. This is too. I haven't had a milkshake. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. There we go. And I didn't have to finish that. It actually puts me at 10,460 calories, and there's some calories missing in there, so I don't know where they go or where they come from. I can't remember exactly what they were, so I didn't put them in. But yeah, that was a tough one today. I think that burrito, the late, like, making the pizza balls and then getting caught up really late in the day, having only eaten a few thousand calories, I ended up having to put the last like 7,000 down in a matter of just a couple hours, and I wasn't doing it with small foods. 2.5 pound burrito? Come on. I mean, that thing is awesome now. So I'm really interested. I'm interested to see what my resting heart rate's going to be tonight. I think it's going to be relatively high. But yeah, fun stuff, man. It's interesting when you get pushed up against the wall what you have room for, because I hit that wall at what, 8:30, and I decided I did not want that pizza. But when it came time for cake, I had a few slices of cake, and then, you know, another ice cold drink was put in front of me, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then we get the milkshake and the ice cream cone, and boom, yeah, let me put that down. You know, they say there's always room for dessert. It's not just the sugar, though. You know, people want to demonize the sugar. Like the cold craving, when you eat a lot of food and you are producing a lot of energy and a lot of heat, body craves cold, like hardcore. So one of the things I'm going to do tonight is sleep shirt and socks off in a nice cold room, just to make sure that that increases my level of comfort overnight, because I'm just like, I'm gonna be a blast furnace. Crazy. But that's what your body does with it. So if I give it the opportunity to produce and release, I'll be a lot more comfortable and actually recover faster from having eaten all this food. Until next time. So it is about a week and a half after I actually had this 10,000 calorie days. I'm finishing up the video now, and this will be the last thing that I put in. I said that I would do these 10,000 calorie days as long as my weight returned to normal at some point during the week, and last week it did. So after this video, I got to do another one the following weekend, which was just as much fun. This one was actually pretty tough, though, because I think of the amount of foundations that I put down, especially in that Chipotle burrito. That thing was massive. But I started doing these 10,000 calorie days a few years back, and it was actually part of a method of leaning out. And I lost a little bit of weight. I mean, sometimes it was like a 1/4 pound a week, a 1/2 pound a week. But I was able to drop a little bit of weight and lean out and get under 5% doing this, which was insane. So this time it's a little bit different. I've been building out of a dieting cycle because I was losing weight. And when you reverse diet, let's say you just go back to eating like normal, more often than not, you will put on an excessive amount of body fat, and it becomes really challenging to lose that body fat. You have to spend time back at normal for a while, and then you can enter into another diet cycle. But if you put them back to back to back to back to back like that, you end up creating other issues with body composition and really the speed of your metabolism. And so I've been slowly coming out and building calories and challenging. This is me challenging the speed of my metabolism and seeing how far I can take it week over week. I don't go crazy low during the week in order to maintain this 10,000 calories on the weekend. I've actually made it a point to maintain my normal during the week and then just grow this day. And so if I have to do anything crazy to the week-long calories in order to maintain the 10,000 calorie day, I'm not going to do it. I will actually drop the size of the 10K day first, even though these videos are fun. But yeah, this is me challenging the metabolism to see if my body will actually speed up a little bit and consume those calories in order to stay this body weight. Now, this body weight is important to me because it's a body weight where I feel pretty good lifting. I feel like I could probably just take a week of doing some light running and whatnot and go qualify for nationals right now in weightlifting. But also I feel at the same time I'm ready to go run the Boston, or not run the Boston Marathon, but go qualify for Boston with an appropriate taper. And that's exactly where I want to live. Those are the two opposing ends of the spectrum for me. One is the straight weight, and the other is the endurance piece. And as long as I have those two in balance, and my body weight's just hanging out, chilling, and I'm comfortable, then I feel like I'm in a really great place. We're also entering the holiday season, so this is perfect timing to introduce something like this, because that means that I can have a holiday event, and instead of doing this on Sunday, I can do it on a Thursday or a Saturday, whenever the party happens to be. And it gives me an opportunity to just not worry about a thing. As a matter of fact, it creates an opportunity where I go into the party going, okay, apple pie is my favorite. I'm going to have half of one. And instead of having to restrict myself to a piece of the apple pie, I get much more of it than I otherwise would. But I'm also sticking to the rules of Freedom Calories, and there's some basic guidelines in here that I think are really super important. In this video, I, so to speak, gave up on 2.5 pieces of the pizza because I got sick of it. And one of the things that I have a tendency to say a lot in my coaching is eat the things that you love and that also love you back. So if you're eating something that you love and suddenly it stops loving you back, maybe it normally does, but in that moment you're just put off by it, stop. Move on to something else. Find something else that's enjoyable to consume. Or just stop consuming. And so that's kind of one of the mantras that I'm living by inside of this, inside of these big days. I'm chasing things that are calorie dense. I'm continuing to consume the foundations. So I've got some whole foods in there, and I have so much protein, way more protein than is even necessary. So I'm not even tracking it because it's way above my minimums. The plants, I do have to look at that though, because excuse me, it's easy to miss that one when I'm just so focused on, pastries and cereals and pizzas and stuff like that. But also, on a day like this, I don't necessarily have to pay attention to it. I think I just noticed in the first day that I could, and I have the room for it. So I'm going to continue that and keep it, and just work those things into stuff that I enjoy. Like today was the burrito. Who knows what next week will be. But yeah, this was awesome. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time. They could barely even close it.